What's going on YouTube? I'm the Bowtie Fragrance Guy, your resident fashion and fragrance aficionado. I talk about fashion and fragrance on my channel, man. So if you are into that, looking good and smelling great, then I hope you won't mind hitting subscribe. After you hit subscribe, make sure you enable notifications by hitting the bell as well. So that way, anytime I upload a new video on YouTube, you'll get notified. So guys, what have I really been rocking this year? Well, today I wanted to kind of go through and talk about my most worn fragrances so far this year, 2023. Now I have quite a few fragrances in my collection, and so what most worn or fragrances that I've worn a lot looks like for me may be different from somebody else. But these are the fragrances in my collection that I have worn the most so far this year. A lot of them, it is evident by the dent in the bottle. But that's what I want to talk to you guys about today, so you can kind of see what your boys really been rocking so far this year. So if you want to see what's on the list, you guys know how we rock, you know how we get down. Keep it locked right here. Let's get it.
The Bowtie Fragrance Guy.
All right, guys, we are back. Thank you so much for keeping it locked in. Let's go ahead and jump into this video. Now, I have 10, but actually, I want to feature one as an honorable mention because you guys know how I do. Anytime I do a list, I don't want to put my fragrances on the list per se, but I do want to mention it as an honorable mention. I've gotten some great usage out of one of my fragrances this year that I did in combination with Navitus Parfums. If you are new to this channel, I have 5 fragrances in total that I've done with Navitus Parfums, and I've gotten my usage out of this one this year. This one is called Eau Debonair. This one is called Eau Debonair, and what you're going to get in this fragrance is petit grain, orange blossom, and to round out and kind of give a masculine feel to this fragrance to go with those florals, you're going to get some lavender in here, and you're going to get some oak moss. Okay, so that gives that gentlemanly quality to this fragrance, but the florals in this are so fresh, man. They're so fresh. They give such a fresh, clean feel to this fragrance. And then again, that lavender and oak moss. And that's why I came up with the name Eau Debonair, because I really feel like those combination of notes give that clean, fresh, gentlemanly quality to this fragrance. Definitely something a debonair gentleman would put on his skin. All right. And guys, I am doing right now a promo with Navitus for my fragrances. Unfortunately, one of them is discontinued, which is Net Serenade. It breaks my heart when I say that. But the other 4 that I have that are still available, Eau Debonair, Sartorial Nuit, Lyrik, and Divine Aphrodisiac we're running a promo right now. So if you buy one fragrance, you can use the code Bowtie25. All right, Bowtie25. And you'll get 25% off if you buy one fragrance. But if you buy 2 or more, and this is something I worked out with them, if you buy 2 or more, use the code Bowtie50, and you get 50% off the entire order. Seriously, you can't beat that. So if you don't have my fragrances, or if you have them and need backup bottles, this is the time to do so. And if you buy any of my fragrances right now, I want you guys to do me a favor. I want you to comment on this video, number 1. And I also want you to post a picture and tag me on Instagram. I think I'm _Bowtie Fragrance Guy on Instagram, and tag me on Instagram. I would love to feature your post on my channel, and of course in my stories over on Instagram. I don't do Patreon and all this kind of thing, so the way that you support me on my channel is when you buy my fragrances. Okay, so support me, buy some of my fragrances. We got a discount going right now, and you won't be disappointed. I've been getting a lot of use out of Eau Debonair, and so will you. All right, next one. All right, guys, so kicking it off, man, I've talked a lot about this fragrance. It is now in my top 10 in my entire collection. From the brand of Imwise, this is Reflection 45. Reflection 45, and what I love about this fragrance is you still get all of the nuances that you love from the original Reflection, man. The jasmine, the iris, of course, the creamy sandalwood. But they added some really earthy notes to this, earthy and gritty notes of paponax, myrrh, oilbunum. So again, they really made the best way I like to describe it, a more grittier version of the original, and I absolutely love this stuff. It lasts forever on my skin. A very high oil concentration in this fragrance, but again, it's just phenomenal. How could you make a great fragrance even better? Well, ask Imwise, because they did it with this one. I've gotten great usage out of this fragrance, a nice dent in it, and again, I just love it because it really increased the versatility of this fragrance with the additional notes. So check this one out, guys, from the brand of Imwise. This is Reflection 45. All right, the next fragrance, no stranger to this channel, man. I talk about it a lot, so let me just show you the bottle from Maison Sir, Eau de Gingembre. And definitely the proof is in the pudding on this bottle. You know, I've got a huge dent in it. The name translates to ginger water. Of course, the main note in here or chord is ginger. There's some neroli in here to kind of keep up with that freshness of the fragrance. And then fig. Love fig. Kind of a creamy note, in my opinion. But this is a home run from Alberto Morillas, one of the best master perfumers ever. And I love this scent. So easy to wear, so many compliments, all those good things. I've gotten a lot of use out of this. Again, this one is called Eau de Gingembre. All right, guys, this next fragrance also needs no introduction. This is my second bottle, second or third. And I can wear this by itself, or I can actually combine it with other fragrances. So I just got this bottle about a month and a half ago, and look at the dent already. Of course, this is Molecule 01. Molecule 01. Look at that dent. I got this about a month ago. A month ago. It's ISO-E Super. So again, it smells different on everybody's skin. So it's really hard to describe it. Sometimes you feel like you can't smell it, but trust me, it's still there because it lingers in the air. All right. It kind of reminds me of a slightly warm, sweet note. Almost like a lavender sandalwood thing almost. I don't know. It's kind of hard to explain, but if you've ever smelled it on yourself or smelled it on somebody, you know what I'm talking about. Really warm, fuzzy kind of nuance to this. Little slightly sweet. It's phenomenal. I've gotten a lot of use out of this. Again, this is a month's use out of this bottle, and that's not counting finishing off the other bottle I had. So always going to be in high rotation. Always have this in my collection. Molecule 01. All right, guys, this next fragrance is from the brand of Initio Parfums, and this one is called Paragon. Paragon. Love this fragrance right here, man, because it features one of my favorite notes now, which is the note of plum. All right, so you're gonna get some plum in this. You're gonna get some Palo Santo, sandalwood, and lavender. Now, Palo Santo kind of reminds me of sandalwood. They're both very soft, slightly sweet, woody notes. So I really love that combination here: the plum, the Palo Santo, and the sandalwood. And like I said, lavender always cleans it up, always gives fragrance a kind of masculine, traditional feel. And I love this stuff. I wore this 3 days straight when I first got it. So that's really saying something. And I've worn it several times since then. I love this fragrance. Really job well done with this one from Initio Parfums. Again, this one is called Paragon. All right, the next fragrance I want to talk about is no stranger to my channel as well. And you'll notice the dent in this bottle as well. From the brand of YSL, this is called Trench. This is called Trench. This is their standout for the easy to wear category from this collection. And what you're going to get with this fragrance right here, guys, you're looking at some tangerine, fig, neroli, and musk. Those are some of the main notes to my nose. I love that tangerine opening. Again, fig gives this really creamy nuance to the fragrance. Neroli, really clean floral note. And of course, the musk as it dries down keeps this fragrance from being what I would consider to lean too feminine, man. The musk in here really gives this, rounds this fragrance out and gives it a masculine quality. Compliment machine. Trust me on this, guys. Get your nose on it. Again, proof is in the pudding. You know, from the brand of YSL, this one is called Trench. All right, and this next fragrance, I gotta stop wearing this. I can't because it's so good. I've had this fragrance in my collection for about a month and a half. You're going to see the dent in a moment. From the brand of Louis Vuitton, this is Imagination. Look at that dent. It was full. About a month and a half. I wear this thing all the time. All right? And I mean all the freaking time. What you're going to get in here, some of my favorite notes. Ginger, neroli, cinnamon, and there's this black tea. It's just so good, man. I could go on and on for days about it. All right? That tea, that black tea, that calming vibe. almost meditative in a way. I love this fragrance, man. The cinnamon gives just the right amount of spice to this. Those very fresh, kind of citrusy, fruity nuances in the opening of the fragrance. This is just crazy. Check it out. Check it out. From Louis Vuitton, Imagination. Now, I haven't really talked about this next fragrance as much, but it has gotten its usage for me. I got it earlier this year, I think around January, February. One of the newer releases from the brand of by Kilian. This is called Can't Stop Loving You. Can't Stop Loving You. And what you're going to get with this fragrance right here, you're going to get some honey. You're going to get some oak moss and vanilla. Very unique fragrance. Again, that nice drizzle of honey. The main note in this to my nose is the oak moss, though. The oak moss, it really stands out in this scent. Sometimes oak moss can be hit or miss for me, but I really love the way that it's used in this fragrance. I've gotten my use out of this. It's a little bit harder to see this bottle, but trust me, it's been in the rotation. It's really good, all right? From the brand of by Kilian, this is called Can't Stop Loving You. This is another fragrance that I need to kind of ease off the trigger on wearing this because this is really expensive, but this is probably my favorite fragrance in my collection. If not my favorite, definitely top 3 for sure, without question. From the brand of Bodicita Victorious, this is Blue Sapphire. Blue Sapphire, and seriously, words escape me when I talk about how good this fragrance is, seriously. But what you're going to get in this fragrance is lemon, chamomile, tagettes as well. And of course, you're going to get some rose and oud, which is at the heart of the fragrance. But seriously, this one, as many rose fragrances I have, I don't have anything that's close to this one. You know, I've heard other people describe it this way. It's really hard to get away from making the reference of the lemon head kind of feel in the opening with those florals, that chamomile in this fragrance with the tagettes really gives this kind of green herbal nuance to this fragrance. And it just works magic with the lemon in the opening of the scent. Obviously, again, the rose and oud is there, but this is just something you got to put your nose on. This is my favorite fragrance. It's my favorite. Man, I got a huge dent in this. Look at this. I don't know if it can really come through. This was full. I got to lay off the trigger, man. But it's hard when you love something so much. But Blue Sapphire. All right, guys. This next fragrance can really be summed up with 2 notes. ISO, E-Super, and Ambroxan. And that fragrance comes from the brand of Juicebox. And this is Cheeky Smile. This is Cheeky Smile. Again, nice dent in this fragrance as well. I got this year. I've gotten my use out of this year. You're going to find a lot of the fragrances that I wear more than others, and they may not necessarily even be my favorite, but they're easy to wear. So when something is easy to wear, especially when you don't have as many fragrances, that's one thing, but when you have a lot of times, a lot of people will probably agree with me on this. You default to the fragrances that you don't really have to think about. Regardless of where I'm going, what I'm doing, I know I can throw this on and it's probably going to be good. It's probably going to work for the setting, the environment, the occasion. That's what this is. Again, it's like combining Baccarat Rouge 540 with Molecule 01. That's what this reminds me of. So I've worn it a lot from the brand of Juicebox. This is Cheeky Smile. And last but not least, because I am always in a suit, as I told you guys, Fuger's work really well in a suit with a tie. All right. And this is the most unique Fuger I have in my collection from the brand of Tom Ford. Fujer Platin. Fujer Platin. Now, I think this is discontinued. I don't know. I've heard that. But these bottles are still readily available. And for a 3.4 ounce, you can get it for around $200, $250, which is stealing. Now, what you get with this one, of course, is lavender. That gives that really traditional Fuger vibe. It's a little bit spicy with some basil. And as it dries down, you're going to get some tobacco and honey. And those 2 notes are the game changer in this fragrance. Tom Ford found a way to really make a Fuger super sexy. The tobacco honey combination on this scent, I'm telling you guys, get your nose on it. I rocked it a lot. I can't stop wearing this. This is an addictive fragrance for me. From the brand of Tom Ford, this is highly slept on. This one is called Fujer Platin. But that is it, guys. That is my time. These are some of the fragrances I've rocked the most this year. What have you been rocking? I would love to hear from you down in the comment section. Now, as always, I sincerely appreciate your time and attention to these videos. I know you guys don't have to watch, but you do. And sincerely from the bottom of my heart, I appreciate that. Then don't forget, guys, to take a few moments out to like, comment, and subscribe. Make sure you're sharing these videos out to some other folks out there that you think could use the information or even find some value there. Because I'm your guy, Darren. I'm the bow tie fragrance guy. I love to look good, and of course, I love smelling amazing. So until next time, gentlemen, keep looking good. Keep smelling even better. I'll catch you on the flip side. Peace.